There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Throwing, Iamaleava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Matthews. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. Third and short, you might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter to make the catch and get the first down.
The run inside. It's Knight. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Iamaleava. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Running inside. It's Knight. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Touchdown, UCLA! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's McAllister. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Now he'll throw back into the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Bringing the heat. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up 4th and long.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Hauls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Throwing, Iamaleava. They're working that left side.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Saying in the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Bruins! Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McAllister. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run inside, it's Clark. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. It's complete on the right side. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning it.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Iamaleava using the quick game. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down. Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
And he'll bring it back. Gives it the big stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Sellers. Got a man. It's Sellers. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Sellers from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. Still running at the 40. Running room in the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Rolled his way into the end zone. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. And great start. Keep chipping away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of.
There he goes! The 40, at the 30. He's at the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's McAllister. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Fuller. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Got the first down himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Sellers to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. He wants to take the top off. Upstairs, he's got it. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Man, that is textbook football 101. It's what every defensive coordinator's yelling on the sidelines. Sudden change. They want to be aggressive, capitalize on the momentum. They force the turnover on defense. Offense, they take a shot down the field, and they connect.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. throwing, Iamaleava. Pressure coming. He gets away. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the counter. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Coming out with it, it's McAllister. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Throwing, Sellers. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Unleashes one. Got a man. It's Bennett. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the tip, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Play fake, Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Quarterback making adjustments. Sellers. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Iamaleava. A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Here's Iamaleava to throw. grab near the sticks. It's Knight. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Quarterback gets the first down. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Iamaleava. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Hunt. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Here's the pressure. Across the 25. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
The negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Throwing Sellers. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
pocket, breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's McAllister. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Fuller. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, we don't need to complicate this. This is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Sellers pulls it in. It's Hunt on his feet at the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Hands it off on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Sellers to throw. Skips away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. And the Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They go play action with Sellers. Here's a heat. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. They're setting up the screen. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava makes the grab over the middle. Runs through a man. He might have space. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Gets it out quickly. tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Bruins will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing, Sellers. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Running inside. It's Fuller. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. On the move. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sellers finds his man. It's Hunt. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Shows him the stiff arm. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Play fake, Sellers. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Makes the grab. It's Knight. Breaks into the open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. The Bruins fight back with a score of their own.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Throwing Sellers. Oh, they're after him. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Shows him the stiff arm. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hunt. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Sellers. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
On the move, he fires. Working that left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Trying to run, it's Clark. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Here's Sellers to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, South Carolina! Somehow, they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him.
forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Throwing Sellers. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. It's on target and complete. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
To throw, it's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Might be changing the route. Sellers to the air again. He'll pull it down. Keeps it himself and gets to 1st. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down and avoids the hit. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Under fire. Slides away. He's going to take off. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Sellers. Here comes the heat. Gets away. Fighting off the defender. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.